Hey, what's up? This is TrvAix. I've got the six-piece Patterns of Justice. Nothing is really ancient, not even the weapons. I think my rings are ancient with like an 80 and a 70 augment. Flavor of Time really helps when you have like 3 plus um, pylons and shrines and stuff going. Or I guess it's only pylons, but yeah. Let's go. Now you're gonna want to hit Blinding Flash, Faith in the Light before you hit Epiphany Inner Fire, which is why I probably wouldn't auto cast Epiphany. Usually I auto cast like those long cooldowns, but I want to make sure I hit the right skill. I want to hit Blinding Flash first. And right there, what I just did there, where I skipped the wall, that's why you have Dashing Strike. Or skipping things like cliffs and whatever, because you don't really need it to get out of trouble. You know, Tempest Rush lets you move through enemies pretty good. So this is not a Greater Rift build, really. I mean, you can do Greater Rift 75 pretty darn well, but anything higher than that, you're going to run into survivability issues. Like that. Yeah, I can't even stand in molten explosions. Sad. I did have an issue on my last Rift. The issue was with when I died, getting back on the horse again, because Sweeping Wind, I didn't have any spirit to hit Sweeping Wind. So what I did was I hit Epiphany to get the spirit regen going, and then it activated Sweeping Wind. But you are vulnerable if you do that. Oh, even that guy charging me. So that's the T16 Rift. Wow. Yeah, it's kind of squishy. Kind of squishy. Alright, so for the build, gear and skills, we've got 6-piece Patterns of Justice. And these are not ancient. Mantle of Channeling and Lefebvre's Soliloquy with Ring of Royal Grandeur in the cube. Now, the 6-piece buffs all damage by 15,000%. It's a Sweeping Wind build and Tempest Rush build. So we've got Balance to increase Tempest Rush damage, Caesar's Memento to increase Tempest Rush damage, Kiroshiro's Soul to keep up Sweeping Wind stacks, and buff Sweeping Wind damage. And then Vengeful Wind to have more Sweeping Wind stacks for that more movement speed. And buff Sweeping Wind damage. You get more 5% movement speed for each stack of Sweeping Wind. The weapon, Wan Kim Lao, it casts Cyclone Strike automatically when you Tempest Rush. So I'm pretty sure I tested that. When you Tempest Rush, it does proc the Lefebvre's Soliloquy with that Cyclone Strike that it procs. Yeah. You can see here my toughness is 25 million. Now it's 69, 70, 72 million. It just keeps going up. Anyway. I've got a convention of elements. You could go Unity here. Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac to keep up Epiphany. Flavor of Time to get multiple pylons going at the same time in these speed runs. Bane the Trapped, Gogaka Swiftness, and Teguk. The skills, we got Cyclone Strike, Sunburst, so does 454% weapon damage when you Cyclone Strike, and it's fire. That gets buffed by the Wan Kim Lao, because it buffs Tempest Rush and Cyclone Strike damage. We've got Tempest Rush, Bluster, knocks back enemies, and it's a fire damage, so it's a fire build that we're using, so that gets buffed by the fire damage on the bracers and the amulet if you have it there. Sweeping Wind, Firestorm. You get all runes of Sweeping Wind, but I just put it to Firestorm to get the fire damage going. It's a fire build. Epiphany, Inner Fire. Engulf yourself in flames, causing your attacks to assault enemies for 353% weapon damage as fire. That creates little clones that just hit enemies on the screen. The passives are Momentum. You get more damage when you move. Beacon and Guitar, cooldown. Relentless Assault, 20% more damage when you blind, freeze, or stun. Seize the Initiative. You get more attack speed when you attack enemies above 75% health. Alright, so that's the build and the skills. Alright. Time to do greater of 75. Now you don't want to auto cast your Epiphany because the blinding flash facing the light gives you 29% more damage. So it snapshots with Epiphany because Epiphany is actually doing damage with those clones, those fire clones. You can probably see them on the screen now hitting things. So credit to the people that inspired this build, or basically made this build, would be Druin. Back in 2014, Druin came out with a YouTube video showing this build. And then we've got Cord on the forums, who came up with a lot of the build. Yeah, and then I kind of tweaked it from there. I put my own spin on it, kinda. Oh, I forgot this build does have Dashing Strike also. Yeah. Dashing Strike will get you out of trouble, basically. It'll get you over a cliff. You can maybe move out of something quickly, but we've already got the movement speed, and Tempest Rush allows you to move through enemies pretty easily. Oh, I didn't get the snapshot on Epiphany that time. I was talking and forgot to cast it, so that's too bad. Right. Got it this time. Yeah, you want to hit Blinding Flash and then Epiphany to get the 29% extra damage. There we go. So it's a pretty good speed build. I think for pushing, you're gonna want to use Legacy of Dreams, Wave of Light still. This is basically a speed farm build. I tried it in a Greater Rift 110. I can show you what it's like. I'll show you a Greater Rift 100, I guess. No, I'm not even gonna do it. Well, okay, I will. I'll show you a Greater Rift 100. Going to die. See? Yeah. It's a speed build. Yeah. That's it for this section. Okay. Next up will be Bounties. I'm going to do Malthael, Torment 16 Bounty, and Split Bounties. Of course I'm doing Split Bounties, right? Sorry everyone, but I'm doing Malthael. I feel bad for my group. I'm going to be wasting their time. But I'm really curious about this build doing Malthael. Because, like, what's the point of a speed bounty build if it can't do Malthael, right? I hope they don't kick me for doing Malthael, but maybe no one will know it's not the right boss. Alright, let's go. Alright, now you have to go behind him. I'm going to teleport out. I'm going to dash and strike out, because sometimes he has that cloud at the spawn, but he didn't this time. Okay, so when he goes to the middle, I have to go behind him. No! No! Let's try that again. Okay. I think it was Epiphany that made me teleport to him, so when you, I think when you dash and strike behind him for that fireball attack, you have to not attack, because if you attack, you'll Epiphany to him. Dashing strike right away. Sometimes that pool, that cloud goes right at the spawn. Okay, so dashing strike and don't attack. Now you can. Oh no, you can't attack yet. You have to stand behind him on that. Okay, so it can kill Malthael on T16. All right. So yeah, overall, it'll be a pretty fun build for bounties, for leveling up gems. I think you're still gonna want to push with Legacy of Dreams, Wave of Light. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later. Goodbye.